In the fight game, everyone is always looking for an edge, always looking for an advantage. And the key is to understand, where does that advantage come from? The key is also to understand where and how do I break out from the pack? How do I separate myself from the field of regular competition? So one of the first keys you have to understand the basics. You have to understand the basics, because then and only then can you separate yourself from the common pack. You have to know what everybody else is doing that is similar and common to you. Then you have to look inside the elements. And so we go into a fight and we look at the cage. One of the things you obviously realize is, in a mixed martial art fight, you can fight standing up, you can fight in the clinch, you can fight on the ground, you can fight up against the cage in those same positions. So real estate is a very important thing. Where you fight, the geographical location where you fight inside of the cage is important. If you're a business and you sell a particular product, having a great location is crucial to the customers that you serve. Then we want to talk about skill. When we talk about skill, we're just talking about being good at what you do. We're talking about just being able to provide quality over and over and over again. And in a fight, the way you look at that is, if your boxing skill is on a 10 and their defensive boxing is on a 2, you should maintain that skill set and try to win the fight there. However, you also have to look at things that in a mixed martial art fight, that a person's skill set can be a 10 somewhere else, like in their grappling, yours a 10 in the striking. The key then is not to understand what you need to do offensively, but what you need to do defensively. So you have to raise your level of defense to stay away from their offense and employ your skill set. So you're going to have to focus on being good at what you do, bringing quality to the game. Another thing you do is you weaponize your energy, whether you're talking about business or whether you're talking about the fight game. Weaponize your energy. In the fight game, if you've got more cardio and you can go, then even if your attacks aren't the fastest or the strongest, but you can just keep picking apart. Thinking about how hyenas attack in the wild. They chase, they stay on your heels, and they nip, and they nip, and they nip, and they pick you apart. They don't really overtake you. They're not as strong as the lion, so they just nip and pick you apart, because they have that incredible upper body and the lung capacity to just keep going at a steady pace. So consistency is crucial. And in the real world, in terms of your business and your life, if you've got more energy than your competition to keep putting product out over and over and over, to keep promoting yourselves, to keep staying on social media, letting people know who you are, to keep putting out a new and different product, to give better customer service, just that consistency over and over and over, then you're going to set yourself apart from the competition. Finding your edge isn't as hard as you think it is, but the work is hard, because to consistently do anything takes a lot of time, effort, energy. At some point in time in life, we have to stop, we have to sleep, we have to eat, we have to deal with friends, we have to deal with family, we have to deal with customers, we have to deal with vendors, employers, all types of things that we have to deal with. So it's never easy, in the sense that we just don't have enough hours in the day. And depending on what problems you add to that, because everything's not going to go right, you also have to learn to stay focused and stay calm, because you can get frustrated. And if that thing that you need to do is a sense of anger and chaos, then you have a tendency to stay away from it, even though you do know, I should do this thing. So it's a source of pain. You're going to physically, mentally stay away from it, even though you know it benefits you. And that's going to just set you back further and further, make it even more difficult to set you apart. The last thing I'll say on setting yourself apart is engagement. Just being able to, again, face up to whatever those problems are and focus on what you're supposed to be doing and do that. If you're talking about in the business aspect, one thing you always have to your advantage is You probably have other people that work for you, and so you have to learn to delegate. Let them focus on certain things that they may be better qualified to do, and then let them handle those things for you, and then you work on the areas where you just bring the most talent. And in the fight game, you do the same thing. One thing I notice about fighters a lot of times is they can throw the hardest punches, but they leave themselves open on the defensive end because they don't have the best reset button. You know, they punch, stand right in front of their opponent. They punch, they don't take angles. They punch, their hands drop, or the chin lifts up in the air. So you have to reset after every engagement. Mentally reset, physically reset, and don't fall in love with your power. Don't admire your work. Don't think that whatever you've done is enough. That's the problem. It's not over until it's over. So you have to have a good system of measurement to understand, hey, it's not over yet. I've got to keep going. So you throw out your attack, you throw out your promotion, you throw out your advertisement, whatever it is, and you don't worry about what the result is. You make adjustments. Once you get the feedback, you make adjustments, but you keep going until you get that feedback. And so you've got to learn to keep moving forward every day, taking one step forward every day to get to where you want to go. And that body of work, that consistency is going to help you break out from the pack. I am Coach Sess, and you've had Words with the Mad Coach.